Hi guys! In this video I'm going to go over your exam for chapter 5. This is about sports. I'm going to go over some things really briefly, so some of the things covered in this video you'll have to investigate more on your own, and I'll tell you what those things are. So for this exam, this is taking the place of a regular written exam. So this isn't just any project, this is going in your exam grade. That means you need to do the project, don't just blow it off, do it on time, do it completely, and do it correctly, okay? If you have any questions, make sure you contact me so that I can help you out. I'm here to help you, but if you don't ask for help and then show up the day it's due, sorry, it's not a lot I can do, okay? So we're going to create a Powtoon. Well, we better figure out what a Powtoon is. So here I have an example video for you. You need to go and watch this video first to figure out what a Powtoon is. There's a couple things I want to show you here. This is my example. So you are creating a Powtoon about your favorite sport. Now, choose your favorite sport carefully. My suggestion is before you even enter into Powtoon, draft out what you want to say. You don't want to work on your project for 30 minutes and realize you don't have the vocabulary to do it adequately, okay? So keep that in mind as you're planning out your project. Now, I chose natación, so a great way to start your project is just telling me what your favorite sport is, because that's the topic, right? And then throughout the Powtoon, you're going to show me your mastery of stem-changing verbs as well as the vocab for this chapter. So I'll show you an example of what that looks like. So here, I'm talking about swimmers, and they don't use a field or a court or whatever, but I've still incorporated that vocab word into my presentation, okay? I've got a stem changing verb there, and then I've added additional vocab. I've added pool, because that's our court, right? So I'm not going to go through this whole video because that's what you're going to do on your time. It's only 1 minute and 26 seconds, so make sure you watch it, okay? Also, keep in mind, this is not the be-all, end-all of projects. This is really only the beginning. So let's take a look at what you need to include in your project. So you're going to tell me about your favorite sport in Spanish, obviously, okay? It needs to be at least 12 sentences, 12 or more, okay? And make them good, make them count. Make sure you've got at least 6 stem-changing verbs. And what I mean by that is 6 different stem-changing verbs. If you put puedo, 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 that's 1. So make sure you have 6 different ones. A minimum of 10 vocab words or phrases. So sometimes it's a phrase like meter un gol, that's a phrase. But sometimes it might be just a word like el balón, okay? You need 10 of those total. Don't use a translator, you will get a 0. If you use a translator, and I can tell, because usually I can tell, you will get a 0. There's no redos, there's no exceptions, there's no ifs, there's no ands, there's no buts. So if you are unclear about how to get the vocab you need to do your sport, you have a couple options. You can contact me with enough time for me to get back to you, or just choose another sport. My suggestion is if you're not sure if you need a translator or not, you should probably do a different sport, okay? Don't paint yourself into a corner that you can't get out of. Also, need to know where you got your photos. We'll look at how to incorporate photos in here. And what I mean by that is you can use your own photos for this project, or you can use other photos, but I need to know where you got them, okay? So the due date, that's the most important thing, right? Because you're going to turn this in on time. The due date is different for every class. So I'm not going to put that information in this video. I will tell you in class what your due date is, okay? So the first thing you need to do is create a Powtoon account. So now that you've watched my video, you're going to go to Powtoon. Now, I'm already logged in, but you're going to head up here to the upper right-hand corner where it's going to say sign up or log in. You're going to click sign up, okay? Once you're there, you can go to your dashboard or click the create button, whatever you want to do. So it's going to ask what I want to do. I want to make an animated presentation. Now, this has a really cool tutorial for you to learn to use Powtoons. The way that you create Powtoons is you have all of these props. You have this library that they refer to it, where you can choose like different themes. You can choose effects you want on your text. You can make frames for your images. You can add animation or props or backgrounds, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go into that because that's for you to explore and be creative with. But I do recommend going through the tutorial because the tutorial is going to show you how to add those things and change and etc. So everything you need to know is right in this tutorial. You're going to do that individually. So pause my video and I would say go through the tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and skip it because I've done this before. Once you learn how to use Powtoon, then you should get started making your own. You have a couple options. You can use a template here. You can search for them by category, or you can create your own blank one where you can fill in the background later. The other thing is they have these ready-made ones for like, I don't know, that one's pretty cool. And when you can actually just edit it. So let's customize this one, okay? Now it might tell you that your Powtoon has a premium feature and that if you want to share it, you need a premium account. You do not need a premium account. See, there's my warning here. To do my project. And I'll explain why you don't need that at the end. So you can still create your Powtoon, and I'll show you how to share it with me without a premium account at the end, okay? So what's important is that when you created your Powtoon account that you used your school email. You've got to use your school email, and I'll tell you why at the end, okay? So let's say you want to add some text, so I'm going to say follow the instructions. I'm going to apply it. And I want to preview this slide. What does this slide look like? Now this slide has music already on it. And then eventually my text pops up, okay? But maybe you want to create a new one. I'm going to leave this page. Maybe you want to create your own. So let's do pixel style. So this is one that doesn't have anything loaded into it. I'm going to hit go. Now it does take a little while to load, so if you have an extremely slow internet connection, you might be better off coming to school or even heading to a library, okay? So this has some things already in it. You can add characters and animation. And as you go through the tutorial, you can see how to change how often they're there. So this bar down here controls how long your slide is and how long each item appears, okay? Let's say I want my slide to be longer. I can make it up to 11 seconds. I think 15 is the max. Oh no, look at that. You can make it really long. And I can change this, and so that means that the mom is going to be there for a long time. Okay? You can play with the transitions down here. Again, I'm not going to get into that. That's for you to be creative with. What is important is the text. So you can add the text here. Double click to edit like we did on the last one, etc. And what I have found is that it's easier to add the text when you know what you're going to write first. So add the text effects first. Okay. So the other thing you want to do is images, right? Because you have to have images for your sport. So you've got a couple options. If you use media search, this is going to search Flickr. Okay. The author's allowing you to the copyrighted work, but you have to give them credit. So that's part of that tell me where you got your images from. Now, if you watched my video, you noticed I got some of my images from my college website, right.edu. That's actually me in the pictures swimming. And I got some of them from usaswimming.org. So if you got them from a website or if you use your own personal photos, that's fine. But what you're going to have to do is go to My Library, and they have to be saved somewhere to your computer. So if you want to go to FIFA, the International Soccer Federation, you want to go to FIFA's website, download a photo, and then save it somewhere on your computer and click upload and look for it there. Okay? So these are some that I had in my library. So that's how you add photos, and that's pretty much it. It's up to you to play around with it. Here's my tip. Focus on the content. You can spend hours and hours editing this. Focus on the content, okay? As long as it's original and it's quality and it makes sense, that's what I'm worried about, okay? So you've got some options up here, and then if you want to preview it, you can just click that. Now you notice some of them come preloaded with sound and some of them do not. Like this one doesn't have any sound, and that's okay. So what I'm going to show you do is go to the sound. You can upload your own music if you want. Make sure you own it. If not, choose anything else. Let's go with Deck the Halls. If it says upgrade, you have to pay for it. So just click the ones that say add. I'm going to pick Deck the Halls. I know what it sounds like. I don't need to preview it. If you want to preview it, click the play button. And I'm going to say apply. Now, when I play my Powtoon, it sounds like this. Okay? So that's how you create a Powtoon. Now, let's say you've created all the slides, you have all the requirements that are asked of you, and you double-checked it, you double-checked your grammar. What do you do now? Well, first you're going to want to preview it like we showed, and then you're going to want to share it. So if you click the share button, it's going to give you a couple options. Oh, man, it's not going to let me share. If this happens to you, this is what I want you to do. I want you to close that. I want you to click save. Now, this is where your using your school email as your login comes into play. You're going to email me your password, and I'm going to log in as you and go to your dashboard and view your Powtoon. And that way you can share it with me without having to publish it, okay? If you have one that allows you to share it, so I'll show you an example on mine. Go to my dashboard, and that's the other thing. The dashboard is where you can always go back to where you're at. So like if you're on Facebook and you go to your news feed, that's the dashboard. Okay, so let's go to this one. Okay, let's say I'm editing it. It's going to take a while to open here. It's going to give me a couple options. When I click share, it's going to allow me, there we go, I can click next. If you have a YouTube channel, you can upload it to your YouTube channel and send me the link that way. If you don't, it doesn't matter. Just click next. Choose the format you want. Obviously, if you didn't pay for it, you would do standard and just click on next. I've already published this, so I don't need to do that. So once you have a link for it, or another option, return to your dashboard, click on that button, and you'll have a share thing down here. There's another way to get the link, okay? Some videos don't have that, like this Halloween one, for whatever reason, doesn't have a share button. I think that's because it's premium. So that's an example of when I would log in as you and view it from your dashboard, okay? So you've completed your project. You need to turn it in. This is how you're going to turn it in, and watch very carefully, please. You double check your details, turn it in via email. You get a link using one of the three options I just showed you, okay? You're going to write an email to me. Your subject line has to be period 1, 2, 3, 5, or 6, your last name, Powtoon. If you do not send me your email in that format, I'm not going to look at it, okay? So I'm being very serious right now because I'm about to get 150 emails about this, and if I can't sort through them, it's going to be tough. So you need to do it that way, please. Paste the link that you get into the body of your email. Check the link. Make sure it works. If you paste me half your link, that's on you, okay? Make sure you have the link that works. And then, this goes for everybody, include your Powtoon password for me. So you've created your account using your school email and whatever password you want. When you email me your link, or if you couldn't get a link because you did a premium one, include your password so I can log in and view your project just in case, okay? Now, so if you're emailing me, that's going to look like this. You're going to email me at my address listed on the paper. So period, whatever period you're in, last name, Powtoon. And then you might say, hey, here's my Powtoon link, and here's my password. And that's it. That's all there is to it.